Hello there, my name is Electric Johnny Hat. I hope you're all well. Well, I'm just going to go over a guy's channel called Flat Out Truth. I don't know if he's got his own YouTube channel. I'm taking this off or copying this off of Facebook, social media, where they seem to be promoting heavily of the flat earth, as well as YouTube. YouTube is still the same as well. They're still promoting the flat earth over there. Then it seems like, you know, over 75% of the world's population is now believing in a flat earth without any tangible evidence. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm just going to go through this and tell you what I believe is actually going on. I don't believe in a flat earth. I don't believe in a spinning ball, and I don't believe in outer space, because none of those has actually been proven tangibly. Not at all. I believe in what the old mystics and that believed in, ancient Babylon, going back to the original things, what they believed in. Yeah. So I'm going to go through this. You can call me a debunker, you can call me whatever you want. I believe the internal is the external. So your internal is what you're looking at outside. When you look outside with your own eyes, is the external to your internal. What goes on in our body is going on out there as well. Whoever put this earth together, this reality, I really don't know, but it's way out of our comprehension, way out of our comprehension. Nobody, literally knows, technically knows what's really going on. I don't think we're supposed to know, to be quite honest with you. But I can only talk about what I've done on my research and what I believe is going on. So I believe the internal is the external. It's exactly the same thing. It's the microcosm to the macrocosm. I remember talking to a couple of guys on YouTube in the comment section on a flat earth video. These guys went into the flat earth or a spinning ball or outer space either, and these guys were super smart, super intelligent, and they agreed with they actually said, what you're talking about here is to do with the mystics, back to ancient Babylon. And the average person, he said, would not understand what you're talking about here. It would be too much for them to understand. And I was like, yeah, I know. But I can't kind of, excuse my language, but pussyfoot around people that don't really understand this stuff. At the end of the day, why would you promote a flat earth, a spinning ball, or outer space if you've got no technical proof or tangible proof on any of them? Do I have tangible proof? No, I only have, same as everybody else, theories and that. I'm not standing here and saying what I say is 100% correct. It's what I believe in. Mr. Watts as well. I followed a lot of his stuff, which is into the mystics as well, from ancient Babylon. And, listening to him, Mr. Watts was, just an amazing, the way he looked at things. He looked at things sensibly and logically. So, right, let's get started here. I've decided to leave the volume down, but I'm sure the average person has seen these videos anyway. And like I say, this Flat Earth Truth channel is just promoting exactly the same as what all the other channels are promoting anyway, so it's no different. So I've kept the sound down, so I need to narrate it over the top anyway. So let's go. I'll turn up for a little while, I guess, until I start talking.
Now, I'm sure that most of you know the old story about the astronaut who went far out into space.
And that's Mr. Watts speaking right there. And what they've gone and done now is the flat earthers have put Mr. Watts onto their flat earth models. Ridiculous.
And so they said to him, well, what about God? And he said, she is black. And although this is a very well-known and well-worn story, it is very profound. Because
Right, it's totally down, so I need to narrate over the top of it. I'm sure you've seen it. I will leave a link in the description for the video anyway, just in case anybody wants to watch it. But like I said, I'm pretty sure you've all watched these kind of things because it's been promoted absolutely everywhere. This is the moon. It's the moon collector. It collects all the elements. This is all my opinions, yeah, and with the research that I've done. The moon is the moon collector that collects all the elements from the other so-called planets. Some people call them planets of light, other people call them solid objects. The research I've done, that the moon and everything, the sun, the other so-called planets are all encased in crystalline spheres. They're not lights. They're self-illuminating bodies. Self-illuminating bodies. This is the AE projection map, pizza map that's been promoted for the flat earth. That has never been proven on the macrocosm whatsoever. So all they're doing is putting a map in front of us and saying, well, this is the way our reality actually is. That's complete rubbish, because it needs to be proven for that to happen. And there's nothing tangible to be proven. Let's turn this up for a sec.
In the universe itself, the energy which underlies
Still Alan Watts talking
what
at
it's
the
all
moment.
about, the ground of
I can't
being,
believe they've used his voice on this.
must be
Unbelievable.
intelligent.
He was not a flat earther.
That intelligence, that marvelous designing power which produces all this, is the biblical God.
Summertime, the sun's on it.
This AE projection map has never been proven on the macrocosm. This is one of the original guys that first started promoting the AE projection map, or pizza map, with no tangible evidence on the macrocosm. I mean, I don't understand why people would do something like that. Alright, I'm talking myself here on speculation, but I'm not putting visual proof out of something that is completely different from what's going on out there. There is no proof of what they're saying here. Do I believe the sun and the moon are local? Yes, I do, but not as local as what people are saying. I believe the moon is about maybe a couple of thousand miles away, same as the sun. The sun may be a bit further away, but I don't believe the sun is 93 million miles away, not at all. And I don't believe the moon is 238,000 miles away either, not at all. But I do believe they're kind of local. If the sun was 93 million miles away, you would not be able to see it like that. And this is the guy that's obviously promoting this video and just saying exactly the same as what all the others are saying. That the external, the macrocosm is exactly the same as the pizza projection map, but we have no proof of that. None whatsoever. And I say it again, I'm not a spinning ball earther and I'm not into outer space. I don't believe any of those, just before anybody jumps on board with that. Right, this is plasma. So we're going to start off with the microcosm, which is us, to the macrocosm, which is the external outside. What we're seeing is the external of the internal. This is basically us. You are looking, remember, everything is seen through the perception of your own eyes. So we all see, although we're all seeing this, but it's all based on yourself. So you're basically looking at yourself. This is plasma. If you get a microscope out and start looking into biology, you will see the bloodstream and plasma in the blood, and the cells and all the plasma moves around in the body exactly the same as this. It's the macrocosm to the microcosm. This is the external you're seeing of the internal, which is you. Remember, everything works on perception, so you only see what your eyes will see. What I see, I don't see exactly the same to the next person, because we all see different ways of perception through the perception of our own eyes. So we all, even though we all share this kind of same reality that we're looking at, but this is the external, this is the internal, this is you. Like I say, get the microscope out and have a look at the way the plasma moves around and cells move around. It moves around exactly the same as this. You're basically looking at your bloodstream here, the plasma in the bloodstream, and this is what you see moving around inside. I'm not going to comment on that. There's certain things in this life that we can't do. We can't see our own face unless we look in the mirror. We cannot touch the tip of our fingers with the same finger. We cannot taste our own tongue. And we cannot see the glory of this earth that we are in, on, whatever you want to say it. I don't believe there's a shape to this earth. This is Saturn. That is Saturn. There's a ball there of Saturn, and that's the ring. It's basically showing a quarter of Saturn. This is Saturn worship. So the rings here, that is the ring of Saturn, and that's the ball of Saturn. They're just showing a quarter of it. It's got nothing to do with a flat earth. It's Saturn for Saturn worship. All going back to secret societies, or maybe the cabal. But we can't put secret societies in the same, or tar them by the same brush, because secret societies are just a cult, which is hidden knowledge. A cult means hidden knowledge. Again, these are, like I say, get the microscope out and you will see these moving around. These are plasma, and plasma can manifest into many different shapes, and that's why you see these moving around crazy, like this one here. Well, he's going to go through a few of them. This is plasma just manifesting into different kinds of shapes. It's plasma. You have the same thing moving around in your bloodstream. Have a look. Just look in that microscope and you will see that this is the external of the internal of you. This is my opinion. This is my research and what I believe in. Alan Watts believes the same thing. And a lot of people that followed on the mystics and all that will understand what I'm saying as well. But that doesn't mean the Earth's flat or the Earth's a spinning ball and there's no proof of outer space, like I keep saying. That is plasma. Polaris connected, so Polaris, the micro, connected to the macro. So say that again, sorry. The pineal gland on the micro is connected to Polaris on the macro. The sun and the moon are the eyes. The stars are the electrical points of the hemispheres, which is on the macro, and the micro on the microcosm is the electrical points of neural points of electrical points of stars in the brain of the hemispheres. Macrocosm, microcosm to macrocosm. Is there water up there? Yes, of course it's water. It's a water-based plasma like the sun. I believe the sun is water and plasma-based. This is plasma. Moving around in different kind of shapes, and like I say, there is water up there. Yes, of course, this is in the atmosphere. There's water in the atmosphere, but the water in the atmosphere is not the same as the water we have down here. It's completely different. It's I mean, obviously I haven't seen it, but the texture apparently is completely different, a lot heavier. But I don't believe there's anything on the other side. The water's in the waters. The only waters that are in the waters will be under the ocean. There's another ocean underneath the Atlantic Ocean. The water's under the waters. That's all that means. Right, I think that's it. So yeah, just a little rundown really, showing that stuff, you know. So, like I say, I don't believe in any of this. It's all lies, just been put out. The Bible was written originally by the mystics or the secret societies. It's just fool us lot, so they can keep their secrets, you know, keep their secrets private. A secret society is keeping their knowledge for themselves. The occult, hidden knowledge. They don't want you to know this knowledge. Of course not. This is all based on the trees, which is another topic, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much. My name's Electric Johnny Hat. I don't believe in the flat earth, I don't believe in a spinning ball, and I don't believe in outer space because none of them have been proven. I believe in the external the internal is the external. The microcosm, which is you, is the macrocosm out there. And like I said, there's a reason why you can't see your own face is because until you look into a mirror, because you're looking at yourself on the external outside. There's a reason why you can't touch the tip of this finger whoops, with the same finger. You can't taste your own tongue, and you can't see the glory of this earth. Thank you very much.